Hey guys, hiding in here, and we are in the courtyard to finalize my presentation, apparently with Penny and Hagrid and Marula. I was going to say Minerva, but that's McGonagall's name. Thanks for meeting me, Hagrid. I'm quite happy to be here. Ooh. Though I'm not sure what for. Yeah, why did you want to see us, Gray? I have places to be and spells to learn. I have a feeling this has something to do with the teacher appreciation celebration. Our presentations are coming up quickly. You're right, Penny. I'm trying to figure out what's most important to say about Professor McGonagall. I wanted to go over what I've learned so far and get your opinions on what you feature as well. Sounds brilliant. I'd love to help. I'm not sure you'd agree with my opinion, Gray. I want to hear from people who will approach your presentations differently, Marilla. And I guess it makes perfect sense that I'm here. But what did you need me for, then? You're actually part of the faculty, Hagrid, so of course your opinion matters, and maybe the most. Sounds reasoning. I'd be happy to give you my opinion then as well. Perfect, let's discuss. I like Hagrid. He's always been one of my favorite characters from Hogwarts. I wish I could do his voice more justice. Consider. Professor McGonagall seems efficient, so keep it short and we'll all be happy. I see what Hagrid has to say about that. I'm sure your teachers will want to be honest and forthright. Oh yeah, especially McGonagall. Professor Snape mentioned Professor McGonagall isn't fond of quitters. Valid, but what good does that do me? Professor McGonagall seems quite private, much like Professor Snape. Okay, talking a whole lot about Snape there, lady. Professor McGonagall seems efficient, so so she just keeps saying the same damn thing. Professor Snape. Okay, so we're just going that over and over and over again. Okay, explain. Madam Hooch loves Professor McGonagall's competitive spirit. Professor Quirrell appreciates Professor McGonagall's humanity. Professor Dodo says Professor McGonagall is wise and trustworthy. I want to give a well-rounded presentation on Professor McGonagall. Alright, well, it seems like I got most of my points out, and they kept repeating themselves. Hager only got one thing. You certainly learned a lot about the guest of honor for the Teacher's Appreciation Celebration, Hunter. I agree, Hagrid, but I'm curious what you each think is the most important of the qualities to highlight. Professor McGonagall surely is wise and trustworthy. Both important qualities in a teacher. I like that she's competitive and tenacious, because I am too. To be fairness, ballad, I guess. And I quite admire that Professor McGonagall is both humane and devoted in all things. That about covers it, and she's all of those things. But what do you think, Hunter? Which of these qualities is most important to you to showcase in your presentation? Oh, I like wise and trustworthy, but I also like humane and devoted. Let me go humane and devoted. I want to make sure I present Professor McGonagall as humane and devoted. To her students, to her fellow professors, and to her friends. She may come across as stern, but she's also compassionate and caring. Professor Sprout and Professor Quirrell made that quite clear. I'm getting choked up. This is touching. What would be more important when it comes to teaching? There you have it, Hunter. You know exactly what you want to say. Can I go back to not caring now? Yes, Marilla. And thanks. Oh, yes, Marilla, and thanks all. I think I have everything I need to do Professor McGonagall justice with my presentation. I'm sure you do. But the truth is, if you speak from the heart, you can't go wrong. I hope so, because the next time we're all together we'll be at the celebration. Which means it's almost time for the right proper Hogwarts feast. Yes, Hagrid, food. Yeah, we're just going to skip on by that and go straight to you. Because I don't have time to waste. Celebrate your teachers. And that's why I appreciate Professor Snape, because not only is he a brilliant potions master, but he also always finds a way to make me smile. So thank you, Professor Snape, for cheering me up always. Yes, yeah. He's one of the few students I think who sees the actual good in him. Leave it to Penny to pour sunshine and rainbows over even Snape, the darkest teacher in the lot. I find it weird that Slytherin hates him. Well, I feel quite pleased with how that went. Yeah, old Snape looked real happy. This means my presentation must be coming up soon. You're right, it's almost time, Hunter. Are you nervous? No. I'm definitely not nervous, even though it's a big responsibility to present the guest of honor. I've talked to lots of professors, spent one-on-one time with Professor McGonagall, and had help with what I had to say from my friends. That's the confident Hunter I know. Thanks, Penny. Also, Rowan has not been in any part of this. You already decided what you're going to highlight. Just remember what Hagrid said and speak from the heart. And now it's time for our final presentation on the guest of honor, Professor Minerva McGonagall. Mr. Gray, if you could please join us. Do I get to choose what I say, or what's going on? I'm not sure. Thank you, Professor Dumbledore. I'm excited to be doing my presentation on Professor McGonagall. Oh, okay. We talked over a game of Wizard's Chess. I've really enjoyed my time interviewing Professor McGonagall. During her time as a student, Professor McGonagall was a prefect and head girl. Professor McGonagall was a star student through hard work and dedication. Professor McGonagall came to Hogwarts from here in the Highlands. After graduating Hogwarts, Professor McGonagall joined the Ministry of Magic. Professor McGonagall is an excellent chess player and a shrewd opponent. My subject played Quidditch here at school. Our Transfiguration professor is clearly one of the most beloved at Hogwarts. Kind of randomness, but okay. I've really enjoyed my time in... Okay, so that's... Professor McGonagall had many achievements as a student. Okay, so we're just kind of repeating shit now, so okay. So as you can see, Professor McGonagall had a long list of accomplishments before she even began teaching. And after decades of teaching young wizards and witches at Hogwarts, Professor McGonagall made many friends. And also fans of both her colleagues and students. But what I found most compelling about the professor is how humane and devoted she is, not only to her friends, but to her students and colleagues. Whether she's helping students see the strength in knowledge and how it can free you from a bully, or helping a friend study for their owls when she was just a student herself, or even making sure I had fun in my interview by engaging me in a spirited game of chess. She is compassionate. No? Knowledge is power. And Professor McGonagall knows that. Well said. I've never known a true friend. We're lucky to know you, Minerva. I think Hunter is doing brilliantly. Was there something else you would like to add, Mr. Gray? Just that teachers like Professor McGonagall matter, not just for the subject they teach, but because they choose to educate and prepare us for a challenging and ever-changing world. At Hogwarts, our home away from home, our teachers are more than just educators. They're also our family. So thanks to all our teachers, and especially Professor McGonagall on this anniversary. Hey, God, my arms are falling asleep. Well done, Mr. Gray. Yes, that was quite the celebration of our friend. You clearly got to know our esteemed colleague well. You do research so well. Someday you should go on a quest for knowledge. Wow, thanks. I really appreciate all the encouragement and kind words. Now let's join the feast. Mr. Gray, I must second my colleague's sentiments. And thank you for your lovely presentation on me. and for what you said about all your teachers. Of course, Professor. I hope you'd feel it did you justice. It most certainly did, but let's not fish for more compliments. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it if I didn't. I'd simply be polite, and then help myself to some butterbeer. I have to admit, I'm relieved to be done with it all. But you're not done yet. We still have our wizard chess game. I'll see you soon to finish it. Alright, let's go. Ooh, I think this is the last bit of it, but I'm already over time, but this will be finishing it, and I don't want to start the next episode ending this quest. I can hardly believe this is our last wizard chess session, Professor McGonagall. Indeed it is, and I was happy to see you get out of the check you were in last we met. I have to thank you for giving me such a unique experience while preparing for my presentation. None of the other students got to play chess with their teacher when they were interviewing. I'm glad you've enjoyed our game. You've conducted yourself in a manner I appreciate in our time together. I especially like that you focus your presentation on values I truly respect, such as humanity and devotion. I was only saying what I heard from others and saw myself, Professor. You're all that and more. Still, you exhibited a deep appreciation and respect for all teachers as well, which may have been my favorite part of the presentation. But I'm curious, what your favorite part of the experience has been? I'm going to go with our talks. That's easy, our talks. We don't often get this much one-on-one time with our professors, and especially not with you. It was a real pleasure. That's very kind of you. Though I must admit, I'd like to hear about your interactions with your other teachers as well. I'd be happy to tell you about them. Okay, divulge. Professor Dumbledore thought it was a privilege to teach you and work with you. Professor Sprout talked about your friendship as students here at Hogwarts. Professor Quirrell appreciated your help when he was a student himself. Professor Snape wanted to be sure I put forward my best in the presentation. Madam Hooch is obsessed with that infamous Quidditch Cup match. Professor Dumbledore thought it was okay, so I'm just doing this over and over again. I would like to hear what she has to say, but as long as I'm a different color, I'm just going to keep on going. Professor Snape is brilliant and complex. Madam Hooch and I can laugh about Quidditch or have a row about it, too. Professor Sprout is kind and nurturing and a true friend. Professor Quirrell has much potential. The headmaster has my utmost respect and dedication. And it starts over again there. It seems your friends and fellow teachers appreciate you as much as you appreciate them. Yes, that's true, and I'm very grateful for that, and for this celebration Professor Dumbledore organized. Though I realize I didn't make an interview process entirely easy on you. Like you once said, nothing in life worth earning comes easily. Still, I've been thinking about it, and perhaps there's a reason. What is it, Professor? I lost someone very dear to me not long ago, and so talking about my past felt especially difficult. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, and although I wouldn't normally share information of a personal nature with a student, I know you, too, have suffered loss in life, and yet you keep on going. That's why I wanted you to understand. There is no perfect plan for our journeys in life. As in chess, you must be ready to change and adapt. How do you mean? Well, when your brother first disappeared, you changed. When you came to Hogwarts, you had to grow. Even in our interviews, you had to find new ways to learn because of obstacles you didn't expect. That's true. So you see, it's not that plans you make in chess or life, or even whether you win or lose. It's how you move forward from the game and take those lessons to the next one that matters most. Thanks, Professor. I'll remember that. Good, because it's time for your next move. In this game, at least. What will it be? Knight to h3. Wait, checkmate? You won, Professor. This time you'll have many others. And to that end, I'd like to give you something. One of my very own wizard chessboards. Consider it a memento of our time together. I don't know what to say. Say nothing. You are a worthy opponent. You've earned it. Thank you, Professor, but don't you need your chessboards? Don't worry about me. I have another. And I expect we'll both find clever ways to use our chessboards. For the benefit of ourselves, and perhaps even the benefit of Hogwarts in the future. Well, now I need to find out